Okay, let's just try for fun. Science, or whatever you want to call it. Let's try one more time. Key on. Starter button. Let's do it again. This video brought to you by AUSOM L1 electric scooter. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with our 1976 Honda CB550. And today we're going to look inside that engine and continue down the road of getting this guy back on the road. And guys, in addition to looking inside the cylinder, what we are going to do is kind of go through the pile of controls and switches that I brought to see if we can cobble some stuff together to then put over here to eliminate some of, like this is a throttle cable, to eliminate some of this madness and mayhem. Didn't bring any gauges. I didn't have any 550 gauges. We're going to go ahead and pull these off. We will have to open up the headlight bucket. I think I may have brought a trim ring. I thought about bringing a trim ring. Maybe I didn't. I saw it in the garage at home and said, hey, that'll work, because this bucket is not busted, but the trim ring is. So we'll be able to do that. And I think we may just straighten that off, or I think I have some at home that I can use. But we'll look inside that and see if we can get some of this, start to go down the road of getting this wiring sorted out. So let's get it looking inside the cylinders. Okay, let's go into, this is cylinder number 4, all the way on the right side. Let's take a look inside here. Oh, how about we turn the light on? 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look in here. Going in. Yeah. We'll have to turn this. Let me see if I can kick it around just so we can get a better look in there. Okay, I got a wrench on it and I turned it all the way down. So yeah, look, you can see there is still some cross hatching on here. It's got some oxidation in there. Let's see if I can bend this guy a little bit. We're gonna try to blow it out too. Spray some juice in there, see if we can blow it out. And then take a look at it again. Now, that's number 4. Number 3 should be all the way at the top. So let's jump over to number 1 and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look how good. That's a better example of it. Look how good that looks. This thing has low miles on it. Okay, it's going down, 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 down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at that. This is really good. That's number 3. Yeah, look, you can still see cross hatching in here. I'm super excited. This is a low mileage bike. I really think so. And let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Let's see how we're looking. Yeah. This guy the same way. We're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna blow some brake clean in it and then use the air compressor to blow it out really good, just to see if we can get off any of those loose chunks, and then we'll spray some lubricant in there, and then we'll roll it over. Okay, I'm gonna start with cylinders 2 and 3 since they're all the way at the bottom. I'm just gonna stick this air compressor in there, and if I can find the hole.
That's what she said.
And then I'm gonna blow it out. Go to 2. Make sure you look away from the blast. At least we know we got stuff out. Just gonna use a little brake clean to hopefully loosen up some other stuff. You know, 2 and 3, because it's all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna cover just so I don't get brake clean in my face. And then get number 2, same way. Okay, this is number 3. After we blew it out, we got off a good bit of that that stuff that was on top. At least we got off the loose stuff. And like I said, the cylinder walls look pretty good. So let's look at number 2, same way. After blowing it out and spraying it with a little brake clean. Yeah, those cylinder walls look really good. We still have some loose stuff up there, but it's not too bad. Yeah, let's do 1 and 4. Okay, so I've sprayed the cylinders with this Freol. And why Freol? Because one of you guys sent me a message and said this was really good, so figured I'd give it a shot. If you've used it, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Freol. And I just want to kick it over a bit. We do have to fix this peg. Or find another one. It's a little bent, gets in the way of the kicking. But it seems to be kicking over pretty easy. Any trash that we had in there, I think we freed it up, blew it out. Awesome. I'm just getting ready to put this cover back on to this, but I said let me go ahead and clean these points while it's off, so I'll be done. And I know I got it to spark, but I was just using a screwdriver, just kind of shortening between the two. Let me just do this, and I'll get back to you guys in just a moment. And then I like to spray them with a little carb clean at the end, because it flashes off pretty quick. And if you have it, a $100 bill works the best. But if you have I don't have a $100 bill. So just $1. The paper works good, and it may work just as well with a euro or a yen or whatever you got, a peso. Just make sure your ink doesn't run, which is crazy because it looks like carb cleaner may make the ink run. Let's try. No, maybe not. Just look like it up here. That would be nuts. It does. Just be careful. Don't use too much carb cleaner on your money, because maybe it'll make the ink run. Never noticed that before. So these guys look really good. And then if you can flick them, make sure there's no carbon on there, you're good to go. These things look really good. I'm telling you, everything about this bike looks like it's got low miles. Like, let me ask you, I've never seen these paint marks on, like this is the swing arm bolt, or here. Let me know if you've seen those paint marks before. I don't know if they're anywhere else. Yeah, on this guy here. So just on those 4. Never seen them before. Oh, here, I'm sorry. Another one up here. But we know this was changed. But yeah. Is there another one on this side? Yeah, there's some on that one too. Let me know if you got any insight in those paint marks. Let's get putting this cover on and then starting to work up there. Actually, we're going to check on the starter first, because we'll put a battery in and we'll check on the starter. We haven't checked it yet. The same yellow paint marks on the top of our carburetor too. Here. This one looks like maybe it washed off. So let me know. Are those factory marks? Are those factory paint marks? If so, it points to this guy being even lower miles, I believe. Hadn't even been washed that much to get it off. I like it a lot. Okay, we'll leave spark plugs out. We're gonna put a battery in and then check the starter. So I got a battery hooked up over here, and we're just gonna try to jump it right here to see if we can get it to do anything. Oh, ain't doing nothing. I hear it making some noise. Oh, let's investigate. Let's pull this cover off. Okay, yeah. East Volt cordless ratchet for the win. This guy has been putting in work. Let's see if I can get to the other one. I think we got it. Yep, let me get my washer off of that. No washer? Oh, there it is. Washer, and let's get this guy up. There we go. Let's see what our problem is. We can't even get to our... Okay, let's see if we can fix the starter with a hammer. Need to take the carbs off to really give it the walloping it needs. Let's see. No. Let's pull this guy off. So the easy thing to do is make sure your battery has enough juice. So we hook the jump box to it, and the Loki Thor multi-function jump box and tire pumper. And now we do that. That's good to go. Let me put the cover, and thankfully I only got to the shift lever before I decided that, let me check. Yeah, we got spark on both of them, which is good. We still have to hot wire it until we get the switches in. So, but that's working. Starter works. Spark, by cleaning the points up. We had spark before, but that was just us shorting it. Now we got to turn our attention to handlebars up here to see if we can put some controls on that we can maybe button up all this electrical. Okay, let's see if we can get this headlight open. Look at this. I don't think anybody's been in here. That looks pretty factory fresh. Get this guy off. I want to look to see if I can identify which one goes to here. It's not going to look factory fresh when I'm done with it. Okay, let's see if we can get this tack cable off, and then we'll have the gauges out of the way. Okay, come on. I think we'll have them out of the way. There we go. We still have a few wires we need to disconnect from the gauges. I'm not worried about those just yet. So this guy that I have, I checked the wires. All of these are the same right there. And ironically, this one was cut too. So we'll just be able to stick those together, put it up there, and then we got that guy, which is pretty cool. We also have this looks like a turn signal horn to remind you to turn your turn signals off. Looks like it's a factory location. Did they come with them? Let me know down below. But let's see if we can get this guy and this guy married together. Then we'll have this control out of the way. So I'm joining all these wires together using these solder joints, and just slip it on here. If you haven't used these before, they're super simple. All you need is a heat source. And I like to just take and twist these guys up really good. So let me get my hand out of the way. Twist these guys up really good. I don't know if this is the right way or just the way I'm doing it. Then fold it over. Then I'm gonna slide the solder joint to it's right over the where the two wires meet, not the end where it's twisted. And it should solder there, and the solder should flow to the end. So let's try it. So you can see it seals up, and then it starts to flow down the wire. So I've got it right where they're connected, and then got it further down. So we should have a good strong connection right there. I just realized I'm missing a turn signal lever, but thankfully I dug through the other one over there and found one that'll work for it. So let's just go ahead and slide this guy in. Okay, so just to show you what we have, always on front turn signals, and I'll get this guy off. My left turn signal, there it comes on, and the back one works. Doesn't blink, we'll have to figure that out. It's probably that flasher right there. And then the right one comes on. We don't have a right one up here. Only thing that's not working is my horn, and some reason my headlight high and low beam is not working, so we'll have to sort that out. And the other thing we'll have to do on this is this control was made to go in the bars, and so I'm going to have to relieve some of this casing so that it'll go up. Let me see, on one hand, so it'll go up and fit, because right now it does not fit, as you can see. So we need to relieve a little bit of that casing, and that'll make it a lot better. We'll figure out why the front light's not working. We do have a brake on here, and then I've got to figure out which, these are the wires for the one up front, and I don't have one of those. Let me show you what I do have. And it's got to be two push-pull like this one. So, but this has an on-off switch for the headlight. I'm not sure if it had an on-off switch for the headlight. Thankfully, I've got one right here. This one has a off, low and high, but the high beam is on this side on the other one, so that's the way it was set up. So I've got to figure that out. I think I'm supposed to just have this run switch, starter button, and then two of those, two cables, much like this one right here. I need to look it up in the diagram to see if that's exactly it, but this one must be an aftermarket because it has less wires than the one that originally came with it. So if I can figure out how to wire this guy in, I'll just do that, but it only has a single cable, which I can make that work. Or this one is, like I said, the wrong one, because it has on-off switch for the high beams, and we're missing a starter button. Let's see if I have another one. I may have some of one. And this was at the top of the heap of what I grabbed. So, like, again, this is the top of one, but it's got the on-off switch for the headlights here. So I got less. So I may try to put this guy on and just do a single cable instead of two, just a pull, not a push. Yep. See if we can do that. I'll just need a wiring diagram so I can figure this out. Okay, so I have this guy kind of wired in. I think I have it wired in correctly. The blue one to the starter button, power, and then power out for the run switch. Okay, so I have the test light into the black and white wire. Here, power on. Watch that. I'm going to hit the run switch off, run switch off, run switch on. So we're working here, which that's good. That's turning on and off. So now we effectively have eliminated the jumper that we had to run to get spark, because my starter button's still not working, but if we keep an eye out right here and I jump the solenoid, we've got spark And we have it on both coils. So we're one step closer. Let's pop this guy off. We're getting closer, baby steps. So for some reason my starter button is not working. I'll have to check to see if I'm getting a signal back here, or it could just have a bad solenoid, which I doubt it, but it could be. Could be that. I've got another one of these at home that I can replace it with. But we're going to turn our attention to pulling the carbs off to see what those look like. So we'll have to definitely move this guy out of the way. We'll have to loosen up our air box right here so we can hopefully get it to slide back, undo everything, and then just give it a whole bunch of heave-ho, see if we can get it off. I put the spark plugs back in, got a little carb cleaner. Let's just see what happens. That's bound to be enough to start a fire. And get my starter button. I do not have a throttle, but maybe I'll have one if I do that. Yep, let's get my starter button. Oh, turn the key on. Run switch on. Come on. I don't have much juice. Let's try a little bit more. I don't have much juice on this battery. It sounded like something. Hey, hey, hey! Come on. Oh, yeah. This sucker will run. You heard that, right? You heard it. It kind of made a little bit of noise. I bet if I... It's just such a pain to get the air box off and all that. I'm going to have to take it off anyway, but let's try again. Hey, hey! Ah, this sucker's going to run. What's this? Is that my... Yeah, that's my carb cleaner coming out of the air box, the weep hole of the air box. But it sputtered, and it did break the top off my carb clean. So, but it made some noise, and my Loki Thor JP400 multi-function jump starter is saying, not today, sucker. From this sucker running, I think we're getting close. We're getting close. Let's see if I can get those carbs off, see how bad they are on the inside. Worst case scenario, we take them home and clean them out, come back, put them back on. Okay, starting to take the air box apart. Look at this. Original intake boots are the boot between the carburetor and the air box, and look how soft they are. So these right here are soft as well, so that's a good thing. This thing's gonna come apart pretty good. Okay, since it's off, I sprayed a little carb cleaner in there. Let's just see. Oh, turn the key on. Come on. Yes. Let me try again. Oh, let's try a little bit more. This sucker's gonna run. I know we have to clean the carbs, but it's fun to try. See if we can get it to come to life. Oh, let's try choke on. Let's try that. Ah, we're out of juice. I did charge this guy up for a hot second, but we heard it. It sputtered. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can put a little weight on it now. Yeah, they're gonna pop off. There they go. They're working their way off. There we go. I think we're... There we go, free at last. And there we have it. Got a nice carburetor. Curious to see what they look like. We'll pop them off just to take a first look. I'm gonna end up taking these guys home and cleaning them anyway, but I'm just curious to see what it looks like. This is the left side. I should pull off that one. Yeah, because that's the right side. That'd be the one with it on the kickstand. But we'll pop them off and see how bad it is. Oh, I'm actually kind of happy that we get to see some stuff in here, because it's a pain when you pull it apart and you don't see anything. So we'll take these guys home because they're going to be crusty. We'll pull it all apart. We'll clean it. Look, this main jet is totally clogged. And we'll pull it apart, and then this sucker should run. Look at that. That is nice. This sucker should run. So let's just go ahead and put this guy back together. It'll need a full carb clean, something I'm not doing here yet. I don't have everything here. I do need to get an ultrasonic cleaner for here, and then it would make life a little easier. I need to get one for home too. If you're an ultrasonic cleaner company and you want to sponsor a growing YouTube channel, send me an email, motorcyclerewind@gmail.com. All right, we'll take those apart at home, clean them up. Looks like we're probably just going to have to, we'll need to change hoses. I need new cables, which I should have some at home because these were cut. I'm going to pull those off so I don't have to deal with this stuff hanging around next time we get this sucker running. Okay, let's just try for fun. Science, or whatever you want to call it. Let's try one more time. Key on. Starter button. Let's do it again. Do it without catching on fire. I don't have enough juice. Turn it over fast enough. We got it the first time. You heard it. We did it. Learn to quit when you're ahead. That's a good lesson, my grandmama used to say. So guys, there you have it. Our 1976 Honda CB550 is alive. It did make some noise. We're getting close. We cleaned this carburetor. We put it back on. Full charge battery. I'm gonna bring a battery charger up here in addition to charging my jump box fully, so that this sucker's gonna run. I can't wait. So guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day. Meet the AUSOM L1 electric scooter, your new favorite way to zip through life without the fuss. With a top speed that makes your morning commute feel like a victory lap, a long-lasting battery, and styling sharp enough to make your neighbor jealous, the L1 brings fun, efficiency, and zero drama to every ride. So if you're ready for these good vibes, now's the time. Click on the link in the description below and use the promo code MREWINDL1 to save a little cash enjoying the electric age. The AUSOM L1 electric scooter. Go awesome or go home.